All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Off play action. Newton. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Raiders are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now an option play on second down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Newton now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton, and that is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Montgomery. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Cam on the option. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Newton. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A very solid gain of 27.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, he finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Play action. It's Newton. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll run the option left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the 50, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6. So a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 27. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On third down, Wilson. Man open left side, it's Williams. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Screen play set up for Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Rolling to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so... at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wilson. He's got Fuller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now Newton on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. David Montgomery, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on fourth down. They go play action with Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuwegunam. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson will throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
This will be caught. Judy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Williams will try again. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. Wilson on the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Tony Pollard. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. After the interception, here's Wilson. Out quickly to Judy. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Here's Wilson to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. The kick by McManus is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On second down, it's Pollard. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cam going to tuck it and run. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, Newton to keep it. Now a first carry for their fullback. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe roar down the other defense. We'll see. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rocky Sin, and the Raiders are going to take possession of